What are you doing, Big Red? I'm over here talking like an idiot.
Oh,
Everything I
oh.
said, bro. Man, you're straight up glitching, bro. What's going on?
My bad.
Did you like
Hold
forgot to
on.
say or something or
My bad, dude. Were we talking for like 5 minutes straight
what?
and we weren't even live?
Hey, trial and error, trial and error.
Dude. You know what? The sucky part about it is that we probably said like 5 minutes worth of things that we probably have to get back to it because
uh,
we
I don't, I don't mind repeating myself. I do
I
that.
don't either. I don't either. Should we do the intro again?
I guess.
Oh no, screw the intro. I'll probably do it towards the end. But anyways, guys, man, welcome back to a whole new episode. Annabelle and I I knew something was wrong. So we were talking for like 5 minutes straight, right? Me thinking we were on for like the whole 5 minutes. I thought we were on this whole time. We were just talking about about what were we talking about? We were talking about
good, good content gone to
he
waste, bro.
was complimenting my background, the background. And and we'll get back to that again. But anyways, I realized something was wrong because on the top corner it usually tells me how many people are on and I can read comments already and whatnot. However, I couldn't see any of that right now. So I was like, man, I'm not getting any views right now. So I was like, what something's not right here. I look at the other corner. It says start live. I was like, oh
Hey, dude, hey, that Tuesday for you, you know.
dude, yeah, that was bad. Anyways, guys, welcome back to a whole new episode of Made You Listen. I did this intro already and I felt stupid because we literally talked to nobody.
Yeah, this is the first time you'll have me on your podcast, and then you got me doing this shit.
Dude, no,
Oh,
you know what's good is that we only wasted 5 minutes. Imagine if we would have done like 30 minutes straight just
uh,
talking the whole time.
yeah, I would have had to cancel on you, dude. I would have
Yeah, I would have been like, you know what, dude, let's just postpone this.
not repeating myself all over again.
Yeah, dude, obviously this wasn't meant to be. We were supposed
It's
to have an
like it'd be like those sitcom episodes when like you can straight up tell like they didn't have nothing written down, so they just show like clips of like every single little episode. Have you ever seen those?
yeah.
Just small little
But
clips, a little compilation.
yeah, like we'll give you recaps of all the previous episodes
Yeah,
because this ain't working, man.
I
First of
like
all, Eduardo canceled on us. I don't know if we can call him BMD.
professional. Let's call him by his real name, Eduardo.
Yeah, let's call him Eduardo.
Oh,
Well, Eduardo canceled on us. He was supposed to be here today, but
it's funny because like I've called DMD like so long for so many years. Like when I address him by like his real name, like I feel awkward as hell doing it.
I know, dude.
Or like shaking his hand, dude. Like it feels weird. Like dude, awkward. Like come here, give me a fucking hug. You know.
Yeah, like
I was like, you
it's
go fucking like not handsy like a perv or something, but
like a perv.
like, I like to like grab you by the shoulder or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
So when
I
somebody
get it.
my close friends gave me like a handshake, I'm like, what the hell is this? What am I supposed to do with this? You know,
Like, what am I supposed to do with it?
bring
Yeah, dude, you're right.
yeah,
Like, bring it in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, dude, I completely understand. That's why whenever like I see you, like I'll give you one of these, like one of the side, and then like bring you in for a hug and whatever.
it's plump. You know, when you shake your hand, it's like
Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
yeah, like,
Hold on, real quick. I think my wife is messaging me. Usually, when she messages me, move it closer. You're so far. See, she messaged me 4 minutes ago asking me
oh.
at what time is the live. Oh shoot, I'm gonna come in a little closer because hey, look. I'm always gonna listen to Belen because I feel like she's like very honest about my the live and stuff. Is this close enough?
I'll try not to. I'll try not to cuss too much because I I try to like this year was one of my resolutions was to try to cuss a little less. But
I think I
man,
want to do that too.
it's hard, bro. It's hard, and especially like in the industry that I work. Like you, you listen to the most like vulgar stuff ever. People from like uh states and stuff, and a lot of that shit picks up, dude. You know.
You know what? I actually want to stop cussing a lot less this year too. Mostly because I rewatch my episodes, and I'm like, dude, I cuss a lot.
Yeah, no, especially like because I'm around my kids and stuff, and then like, dude, they're like little sponges, dude. Like they absorb everything. Like my little one,
Yeah.
that she said the F word, bro, and I was like, what? And uh, they were like, where'd you fight? Where'd you hear that? Like, my papi said
My
it.
puppy said it.
It was straight up F bomb to her older sister, bro. Like, fucking, what the fuck? I was like, dude, I gotta watch what I say, you know? Like, I don't want her saying, taking this to school and then.
The school calls you.
Dude, and it's crazy because, like, my little one, dude, she reminds me so much of how I used to be. Like, and, like, that's why, like, I live like right now. I got my hands full with her because, dude, every day, well, not every day, but like week 3 or 4 times, she gets home sent with a bad face.
No.
Like the other day, her teacher sent me a message like, her name is Dahlia. And she was like, just to let y'all know, Dahlia was on color red today. Both my class and in music class, like she just wasn't having it today. And then
Dang.
like she's bad, bro. And not too long ago, she told one of her little classmates like, "Hey, like for her to pull the fire alarm."
No.
Little friend went on like and did it.
She did it.
And then, so her teacher sends out like a message saying like Dahlia's in trouble and she like lost her recess. And then we try to talk to her and tell her like, hey, what you did is wrong and this and that, and you do understand that you lost your recess. And then she's like, yeah, but I don't care.
God, dude.
Bad, bro. And then she came back the next day. She's like, all like with a little smiley face, and she was like, "Oh, my teacher forgot to put me in timeout, so I had recess." I was, I didn't say anything.
God dang, dude.
She was bad, dude. Like I'm telling you, like it doesn't surprise us anymore because like throughout the week she gets sent home with notes like at least 2 or 3 times, bro.
Dude. And
And
what grade is she in?
huh?
What grade is
She's in
she in?
kindergarten.
She's in kindergarten?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then
Damn.
like I'm already running out of things to tell the teacher, dude. I keep apologizing, like nothing's changing over here. And like she takes up after her mom. She's like real like does her homework and listens and does everything how it's supposed to, you know. And then the little spawn over here is like the total opposite, bro.
You know what's funny about that you mentioned about how kids pick up everything after us? You know, my oldest, when we were talking about BMD and or Eduardo,
Yeah.
it sounds weird just saying his full name like that. Let's just call him BMD. But my oldest, he's used to calling him BMD too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So whenever he sees him, I'm like, hey, what's up, BMD?
Yeah, like my newer friends that I haven't introduced to like my older ones and stuff, like they don't even know him as like his real name, dude. They just know him as B. And then sometimes I try to tell them like, hey, dude, like you don't know him like that close, you know. I don't think he wants
Yeah,
to
I
be,
don't think
but he doesn't correct them, you know. And then they're always like, MD, what does that stand for? Like, is that his
yeah.
initial? They're
Yeah.
like big Mexican dude, you know? That's what he is.
Yeah. Like stuck to him.
Dude. Hey,
Like
he
stuck to him.
wore that little nickname proud throughout high school because
Yeah,
I don't know
he
when in
had a
like
belt buckle and everything.
a buckle, remember?
Yeah, he had a belt buckle and everything,
And
custom made
that's
just for
the
him.
yeah, he wears it proudly.
Yeah. Hey, for those 5 viewers who are watching me right now, don't forget to share the live as as I'm speaking right now, because I know you see me and I know you're gonna hear this. So go ahead and share this as much as you can. I appreciate every one of you who did it last time. I had like about 12 shares. That's like I think the most I've ever had. So I greatly appreciate it. I lost a viewer. He's probably sharing though.
And shout out, or not shout out, but R.I.P. Toby Keith, man,
Yeah,
a great one, bro. I'm still kind of like shook about that.
dude. Yes,
I'm,
RIP to this man right here. So
yeah,
we lost Toby Keith Monday morning or Monday. I think it was midnight or something. But yeah, we lost him to stomach cancer, which is for some reason it's becoming a lot more common nowadays for some reason.
yeah.
What did she say? Change to them red. Oh, red shorts. Look, man, I got in trouble for wearing short shorts last time, so I'm
Dude,
wearing
Toby,
I'm wearing pantalones today.
he was the one that he could rock that flannel with the beat up cowboy hat.
Yeah,
Just rock. If somebody else wore it, you look freaking goofy as hell. But he made it work with the sleeveless flannels back in the day.
yeah, sleeveless.
Dude, I like that. I love this bar. That one's pretty good, dude.
Mine was should have been a cowboy.
Oh yeah, that was a good one
That
too.
was a good one. We lost Jimmy Buffett last year. That hit me hard. Um, we lost Toby this year, but I felt like Toby was more. I don't know. I felt like his
Apollo,
songs are more out there,
bro,
huh?
lost Apollo Creed just earlier, late last.
Yes, we saw. We lost him last week. I think
Yeah, dude, I grew up watching Apollo, bro.
watching Rocky.
Dude.
Yeah,
That
those.
that iconic scene they're running in the beach and they're splashing each other in those little short shorts, dude.
Yeah, it's funny how he
Tomorrow.
called him. It's funny how he called him Apollo Creed and not by his real name. He don't even know his
Oh,
real name. We just lost him.
man, I was just man, it's funny because I was just watching that movie not too long ago. I like that entrance that he makes on that movie when he
Yeah,
against with that Russian dude, and he
yeah,
comes out and then like he's over there. Rick James is like doing his thing and everything.
yeah. But
his, his entrance lasted longer than his fight. I gotta do my boy like that. Nah, but he's a good dude.
yeah, we lost it. We're losing a lot of people, and it kind of questions our like mortality rate. Like, man, like who's next, right? Like you were saying, I think you're gonna lose it whenever who goes away.
Oh, dude, I think when that man or when Little Wayne passes away, dude. Oh, I don't even know how I'm gonna react. Honestly, I'm not gonna be able to.
You're not even gonna go what?
I'm not gonna be able to process that correctly, dude.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I rarely ever like get emotional and like cry and stuff, but I think I probably shed like a little tear for that dude.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever seen you cry, and I've
Oh,
known you for like close to 30 years.
yeah, and it's crazy because my girl, she tells me she's like, dude, something's wrong with you. Like people around you die all the time, and like your grandma, your uncles and stuff, and like you don't shed one tear. Like, like
Something's wrong with you.
how do you like? I was like, I don't know. Like it doesn't come to me. Kind of just like, hey, life it happens, and we move on.
But I mean, you say you're not gonna feel like that when Little Wayne dies. Like you're not
Yeah,
gonna be saying like, oh, it's lying.
no, just well, I mean, those who know me pretty well and like are pretty close to me. They know that that's always been like my favorite like rapper of all time, and I've always to this day, I mean, there's not a day that I don't listen to him.
Yo, you
I just,
still listen to him today?
oh yeah, dude. I mean, all his old stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Dang.
mean, I think like everybody has like their like an actor or like a person that they look up to or like they really like hold dearly. And to me, that he just happens to be that person.
To you
Kind of
was Wayne.
weird and kind of like weird to say it, but yeah, I mean, it's how it is.
Sorry, I was moving my camera a little bit. I feel like sitting back. Sitting back actually helped me out. I need to fix the camera later on. Yeah, guys.
You gonna go to well, now that we were talking about country, what do you think about the rodeo? Are you gonna try to go this year, or you're not?
So okay, so my wife says she wants to go this year. So hopefully we do.
Is
I
somebody
suppose
that you want to go see, or you just want to go for like the carnival, the cook off, and stuff
I
like
think we're
that?
gonna go for more of the attractions. Honestly,
Uh,
I don't think we really want to go see anybody perform. I don't think there's anybody interesting. Honestly, this year,
50 Cent, bro. What are you talking about?
50 Cent. He lives here.
Hey,
Practically. Uh,
I would like to go to a 50 Cent concert, Kanye West concert, and a Jay-Z concert. I think those.
since since when did you start liking Kanye West?
Oh, I've listened to Kanye West like, man, for some time now. You know, but I like a lot of his old stuff. You know,
Yeah,
I, stuff I like the College Dropout, like that kind of. They're in that era. You know,
I would never picture you as somebody who listens to Kanye. Honestly,
oh, he's he makes top five on my Spotify.
really.
yeah,
Dang, dude. I got
yeah.
6 people viewing. So hey, if you were watching, if you just got on here, make sure you go ahead and like my or share
Uh,
the live.
People discredit him and try to portray him as like a crazy dude, but hey, man, a lot of the stuff,
He really isn't crazy, honestly. Everything he says pretty much
dude,
facts.
it's like he's done so much besides music, you know, like he's like as far as like fashion and stuff like that, dude.
Yeah, he's
Like
very successful.
yeah, he's a trendsetter for sure. Maybe not as much anymore because of all the negative backlash he's been getting, but you know, back then, I mean, people would like dress, and he inspired so much freaking like styles and brands.
Fashion.
Yeah, fashion. Remember when he came out with that one song? I think it was like "Heartless" or "Stronger," and he had that little. He would wear like a scarf,
Yeah. And next
and
thing you know, everybody's wearing it.
they had like that little plaid purple scarf, either hanging by their pocket or around their necks. You know,
Everybody started doing that too.
little shades that were like see through. Remember
Yeah,
those?
the lines, yeah. They still sell them till today.
Yeah, dude, that was him, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ. I have to clear my throat so much right now. But
That's what she said.
yeah, dude.
I was watching The Office. My bad.
You were watching The Office?
yeah,
Dude, I love The Office.
I can watch The Office like from start to finish, like at least once a year. And
I feel like a lot of people don't get it though.
yeah, it's crazy because yeah, I like when it first aired like a couple years back, I was watching it, and I'll be honest, I some of the episodes I was like, yeah, you know, I couldn't really get it because I felt like you had to like be in that office scenario, you know, like
Yeah.
to the jokes, and then but once I started really like watching it and getting the story and the background of each character,
Yeah.
I was hooked. That was hilarious, bro.
Now, no, I'm in the same position as you. At first, I'm like, I don't get it.
And
But
it's
after a while, you kind of like put yourself in the situation. Like, man, what if I had a job like that? Well, like, how would I? It would be cool as hell.
yeah, imagine if you had a boss like that, like,
Yeah, like
and just saying that they were gonna do the reboot for The Office, but man, I think nowadays with how everybody's so like they get butthurt about everything, a lot of
oh
the
yeah, dude.
comedy that they used to do back then, like, nah, they're not gonna be able to.
Yeah,
Michael Scott would get canceled real quick.
who Michael Scott or who?
Yeah, Michael Scott, like the way he is back then, remember all those homophobic jokes, and
Yes.
I'm gonna get
And that's part of that. I guess that's part of the topic that we're talking about. Things that we could get away with back then that we can no longer get away with now. Without, I mean,
well, yeah,
really,
right off the bat, comedy, bro, comedy.
comedy has changed so much.
Nowadays, the comedians like they're the ones that are like don't want to get canceled. You know, they're scared and they have to like switch their whole
Routine, their whole
because you upset one person, and it's I mean I'm not trying to go in that subject, but you upset a group of people, and then before you know it, you start getting all this backlash on Twitter, and you start trending, and then you're bad guy. Unless
Social media has become a very powerful platform because you could get canceled just like that now.
unless you're Dave Chappelle and don't give a damn, you know.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
guy.
but Dave Chappelle is still one of the greatest to ever do it, and
Oh
he
yeah,
for some reason people are still hooked on him.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, he has people who he's got a fan of people who really support him, but he also got people who are like hate him with a passion, and
Yeah, with the that's the negative, man. But
yeah.
yeah,
Comedy has changed throughout the years, and same with the shows, dude. Like,
yeah, there's shows that we can like imagine Malcolm in the Middle now. They would have
yeah,
to like really dumb it down for a lot of people because yeah,
and crazy because like back in the day, the jokes were so simple, but they were hilarious, you know.
yeah,
And like
like,
nobody would get offended. It was just like, oh, hockey, you know. It was straight. It was a little bit for everybody, you know, and
yeah,
not just for getting a raise or something. Everybody got clowned on across the board.
yeah. No
Like,
discrimination.
yeah, no discrimination. Now suddenly he wants to like, oh, he's targeting me and he's talking to me and how dare you know?
I'm
Like, no,
telling you, it all happened with social media. Everybody has a voice now. You gave these losers a voice, and now, guess what? They freaking sugar coated everything. Now we can no longer get away with some stuff.
yeah, no, that's unfortunately, yep, that's it.
I think
That's,
social media fucked it up for every. Ah, here I go cussing again.
you
But yeah,
gotta
like
you
huh?
gotta, bro.
I should what?
Gotta throw in $1 in the swear jar.
Yeah,
Cash in at the end of the month.
I'm telling you, man. I hate watching back the episodes, and I'm like, I really didn't have to cuss on that. I don't know why I did. Like I just started doing that. I started rewatching my episodes and see what I could, do better because I like doing that. I like to see what I can improve on. But
You're
yeah,
like,
I could definitely improve on the
you're like
cursing.
wore those red shorts that day.
Hey, maybe that's why I had a lot of views back then. I had a lot of shares too.
I had on those bright red shorts, bro, looking like Hellboy over there, dude. Golly.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
The whole podcast segment, dude, that's all I could like focus on was just those. I was like, dude, those shorts are really bright. Like, what the?
The thing is, I really didn't think you could tell how bright they were because, like on the set right here, it didn't look bright. It looked it looked like they blended in perfectly with everything else. But I was like, yeah, I started looking at that too. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna wear pants next time.
There
And
you go.
yeah, it was just hilarious because I think you said they looked like N1s.
Yeah, man.
I was like, after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not wearing these again.
Like, damn, that one hurt a little, huh? Oh,
I had to zoom in real closely too. I was like, God dang, you can see a little something there. I was like, oh. And then my wife's all like, see, this is why I don't want you to wear them. I was like, no. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm wearing pants next time. People are gonna go back to that episode and be like, let me see. Oh
Period.
man.
Oh, hang out.
They're all hanging out. Hey, I got 7 people watching right now. So, like I said, if you just now getting on here, listening to what I gotta say, listen to what we gotta say, go ahead and share my live right now as I'm looking at you right now. Go ahead and share my live. I'm gonna go ahead and stress that a lot because, like I said, I want to go ahead and see how many people can support the pod. But like I was telling you earlier, man, I feel like that stomach cancer, like I said, like we said, RIP to Toby Keith, that stomach cancer, man. I feel like it's being a lot more common now than it was back in the day.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude.
I blame the foods that we're intaking.
All that processed protein and nutrients that
You,
we.
you, you know what I was telling my wife earlier? I was like, I find it weird that Tyson, the food people,
Yeah.
the chicken people, they never have done an interview or like anything with anybody. Like they're so discreet about their location and their facilities that they don't want anybody to see what exactly goes on.
Oh,
And
I don't think they want you to see the conditions and all the freaking stuff that they pump into these animals and stuff. One time we were, man, it was like back. It was I was taking a class and they made us watch like some PETA stuff that people have taken, and I was like, dude, I was surprised. I was like, there's no wonder there's a lot of people who protest this stuff. You know, I
yeah,
would and steak and chicken, like that's what I live off of. And but I know why people would protest that kind of stuff because man, the conditions that they keep these animals in is bad.
it's not even honestly about the meats anymore either. They're pretty much pumping up the vegetables too. Like people can't get away with anything
Oh
nowadays.
yeah,
Like they're
I mean
pumping stuff up on the tomatoes, potatoes. They're putting
that's
more
why a lot of
horm
that's why a lot of people like try to switch to like organic foods and stuff. But dude, organic food is
organics expensive.
expensive. Dude, we did a organic when I was meal prepping. I'll try to get some like organic foods just for my meal for my dailies.
Yeah.
Dude, just for my meals alone for breakfast and lunch, dude, it was ringing up to like $200.
What?
Yeah, dude, just for my portions, and then that's not including like what my kids and my girl were gonna get. You know, that was just for my meal plans.
I think that's sad though. Like we really don't have a choice
Yeah,
unless you
dude,
want
like
to go broke.
hell, it's expensive to eat healthy,
Yeah, it's
but
expensive to
but
eat.
at McDonald's and like for less than $10, you get a freaking meal, but like 1,000 with like 1,000 plus calories.
Yeah. Like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Like
Yeah.
that's literally like the whole thing right then. Can't eat healthy, it's expensive. And
That's why you
it,
gotta go to Chipotle, bro. I mean, it's not the healthiest, but dude, it's just enough.
I love Chipotle, but I get a shitload of there I go again with the cursing. I get a crap load of heartburn afterwards.
Man, it's so delicious, dude. I can eat Chipotle like on a daily, but man, I started noticing that man they're getting really skimpy with like the portions.
Yeah, dude.
That's how they used to be. Remember back then they used to like stack your bowl like it was like big, like you could eat it and you were done for like the day. Now it's just like you you get the carne asada and then you add for extra and it still looks the same, dude. They just add like three little strips. I'm like, dude, I'm hungry here. Like charge me $16 at least, load me up.
But what's your go-to Chipotle though?
What's up?
What's your go-to Chipotle?
My go-to?
Like your order?
Oh, I get the carne asada when they have it, or I'll get the chicken with the extra chicken, and then
Bowl or burrito?
the bowl always.
Okay.
Just the I don't get like the chips or nothing like that, and then guac every now and then,
Oh, I
Just
always get the guac.
but yeah, it's definitely gotten expensive. Well, I mean, just food in general nowadays, dude, it's expensive.
Like back to where you were talking about how they get all stingy with the food, man. Like in my head, I think to myself, like, dude, it's not like you're growing this in the bag. Like, just go ahead and fill me up.
Pause me real quick. I need to grab my charger real quick. Sorry about that.
Go ahead. Nah, go ahead. But yeah, guys, what's your go-to Chipotle, Jason, or the six viewers who are watching me? What do you get for Chipotle? That is, if you like Chipotle, what is your go-to Chipotle order? If I see that you may have a good order, I may order it next time. So let me know your orders, and I'll see if it's interesting enough to get. That is, I'm wait. I'm gonna talk as much as I can until it gets its charger. I should have warned them that whenever you do a live through the phone, it really drains your battery. So just a little, FYI for the future guest. If I do tell you, hey, would you like to be a guest on the pod? Just letting you know, if you're gonna use your phone, you're gonna need your charger.
All right, dude, I'm good. Sorry about that. Yeah,
Yeah, your phone, huh?
you were in line, dude. I had like 4%, and then before I know it, I just started dropping. Then it dropped down to 20, 10.
Yeah,
Holy
I,
crap,
I
bro.
forgot to mention that. Like it drains your battery so quick. I should have mentioned that from the get go.
Hey, now I know. Hey, trial and error, bro. I'll get it right the next time.
Hey,
Uh,
at least you
you
weren't like me. one
got
time I
again.
one time I shit I was doing there I go with the cussing. I was doing a whole live and my laptop charger disconnected like halfway through, and next thing I know, it like my laptop just shut off, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing a live. What the hell?
Well, remember
So
that? No, we you did one over here at my house, and then it took you forever to like set up, and you were like running like 30 minutes late.
oh yeah, no, dude, I got there late. First off, I got there late. If I would have gotten there at a good time, I would have been set. But I got there super late.
Yeah, you were like over there stressed, and you're like, dude.
30 minutes late, and I hate doing that, man. I hate inconveniencing everybody because they some people actually look forward to the live being at the precise time
Oh yeah, dude. Because I mean,
that
like a lot of people who listen to podcasts, sometimes they'll listen to them at a specific time or when they're doing something. You know,
I know some people prefer listening to it after, after the whole, maybe the next day or whatever. But I know there's some people that look forward to it, especially like the ones that interact mostly in the comments.
yeah.
So Jason gets the white rice, pinto chicken, sour cream and cheese, and a splash
Sour
of the red
cream,
sauce.
sour cream is disgusting. Well, I
What?
mean, my opinion, dude, I can never to this day like I can never eat sour cream.
What? Really?
Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is, man. It doesn't go down.
Dude, I like sour cream.
I can't, and I tried it like even a little bit, and like with different stuff, and like, dude, it's not it, man.
It's not civil. Or when they yell at the cashier, your extras. Like extra chicken. Like, dude,
Yeah.
keep your mouth down. Keep your mouth. Keep your voice down.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I straight up when I go there, I'm like, I'll be like, oh, it's lunchtime. I'm hungry. Load it up. And sometimes they'll laugh and they'll throw it in. But I go to this one where like I go there so often that the lady already knows me, you know. So like she doesn't even like ask me like what I'm gonna get. She kind of already knows.
Really? You go
So
to
she,
Chipotle that much?
yeah, dude,
Dang.
dude.
I, I
I
like
mean,
going to Chipotle too, though.
especially if you get like the app, you know.
Yeah, you get that rewards.
Yeah, you get the rewards. Do that. That helps.
Oh man, stupid contests are coming drier now. Have y'all add vinegar to your Chipotle? I didn't even know they had vinegar,
Nigga. Dang, I didn't even know that.
so I'm guessing that's a no.
Nah, man, and the thing about Chipotle, dude, it's always packed, bro. Like
Yeah,
they gotta, they stay busy.
dude, I always tell them double up on everything. Chicken, the beans, just screw me up.
Dang, I
I
feel
always
bad
tell them double
for
up.
your coworkers, dude. Once you add those black beans.
Oh
Woo.
yeah. I always warn her beforehand. I was like, hey, by the way, I had Chipotle today, so just know what to
Let her
expect.
rip. Don't apologize. Just let her rip.
Just let it rip. Try it. So good.
I'm gonna
Gonna
have to
try
try.
the
Yeah, I'm
try
gonna
the
have to.
vinegar. I think I tried it. I think she made me try it one time. I was like, okay, pretty good.
Huh. You know what? I'm gonna try that.
You know my favorite spot. I don't know why, but I love Subway. I don't know why.
Oh, dude. I mean, I ate Subway so much that I got like tired of it. And
Really?
like, if you think about it, dude, it's like not that healthy.
It's really not. I don't know why
So,
I like it.
I mean, especially if you get that Italian urban cheese bread, you
Yeah,
know.
the bread. You're screwing yourself up.
Yeah. And
See,
then
I
you
don't
add
get it as much, but I crave it so much though.
mayonnaise and all this other stuff. I used to think like, oh, I'm eating Subway, it's fresh, it's healthy. Heck no, bro.
Hell no, dude. Maybe without the bread.
I was working in this town. I don't know if you ever been there. It's called Eagle Lake.
Yeah, I've been there.
Well, they only have like the closest places to eat was a Subway and a Dairy Queen.
Uh-huh.
And I was on a project there for 8 months, and that's all I ate, dude, for a while.
Subway.
Like I literally had everything in that menu. I created all sorts of sandwiches, bro. I just got tired of it.
You couldn't do it no more.
Like after that project was done, I was like, you know what? I am never gonna eat Subway ever again. Just I've already done it, you know.
Yeah,
And then Dairy Queen, I personally never liked the food from Dairy Queen. Their ice creams is good, but like that's
I
just
get it.
that's all I ever like, just the ice cream.
I get it. I really don't get Dairy Queen.
Dude,
I
and
mean,
Dairy,
there's
it's like a Texas.
Texas.
Oh, dude, people are proud of Dairy Queen. You know, like
Yeah,
just like they're proud of Whataburger, they're proud of Dairy Queen.
yeah, because it was a southern thing. I get that's where it came up. It was in the South.
Yeah,
I think more people are hooked on Whataburger than anything now.
Whataburger. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the place to be, honestly.
I
But hey, a lot of people
I
still.
like Whataburger, but I wouldn't say like I'm like crazy for it. Like as far as like how other people are, like
Wait, I thought we had somebody here who, or one of the friends that we had who was like crazy about Whataburger. Who was it?
mm, I don't know.
I
The only
thought it
thing
was you.
the thing that I like from Whataburger is that sweet and spicy burger. Ooh, don't even
I
get
like
me
that
started.
the patty melt.
Oh yeah, that patty melt goes hard.
The patty melt. If you get the patty melt, ooh,
Hey,
it's like an orgasm in the mouth.
remember back then it used to be a thing to like collect the little numbers from Whataburger.
See, I never did. Did you?
Yeah, I did it. It was, and I mean, I had towards the end, I had like a bunch, dude. I'm talking about like I had like a little stack in the room at my mom's. And she was like, "What are you gonna do with that? Why are you
You're
stealing it in the first place?"
like
I don't know,
like
because it was
just
like
collecting numbers.
yeah, it was just like collecting things, dude. I
See,
always just
I never understood that.
yeah, me neither. I just you know that was a thing I guess back then. So I was it just became a habit, you know, get your meals, put number home, and that was it. End of the
I,
night.
I wonder if like the people would recognize you, like, oh, that's the guy that never returns the numbers.
Heck
Like, hey, just give him number 5. We have plenty of those.
yeah, dude.
But yeah, dude. Man, before this episode started, we were talking about 5 minute worth of things during that time. Toby Keith was one of them. I can't believe we freaking talked for like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, you were admiring
Or
the background.
dude, yeah, dude. It looks like Doug Heffernan's garage back there. Except, except
Honestly,
for
his garage wasn't really that good.
yeah, yeah. It looked cozy though, bro. You got a little couch in there and everything.
Well, yeah, he had that couch, and then he had that big ass TV,
Oh yeah.
and then that car in the background. Like I was telling you, man, I'm only allowing you guys to see what I want you to see. If you were to see everything else, you would be like, oh, that that's how it looks. Like, dang. No wonder you only keep the camera in on
You
one
have like one
side.
little corner like right there just for your little section, you know,
I
like.
really do. And it's funny because people have seen my episodes and they're like, "Oh, I really like your set. It looks huge." I was like, "Damn, really?" Like
You gotta get like one of those like little lava lamps, you know, dude, and just like kind of relaxing. I think that'd be pretty
lava
cool.
lamps.
Be
What else
dressed
were
up,
we talking
be
about?
dressed up in some tight ass clothes like Tatum Sharp and shit, bro. Nice leather couch, you know, the antique table center, some wine.
Some wine.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man. We're talking about the episode, man. You were telling us, or we were talking about the stuff that we can get away with back then that we're no longer able to do nowadays. And like you were saying, I thought it was pretty interesting. I feel like we as parents now are more overprotective of our kids, and it was funny. I don't know if people caught on about the conversation you were having about your daughter, and I think we did, right?
Yeah, I
We're
believe
already
so.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, back then, man, we were able to we were able to be outside just playing, or playing outside for however long we could. It wasn't until we saw the street lights come on when we realized, like, okay, yeah, it's getting late. We gotta go home. Like it's a school night. We have to go. But there's not many people that walk like little kids, especially because we were walking the streets like at what age? Like 10 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah, dude. Like I remember, like on a school night, I'd be at my friend's house or like y'all's house up to like 10, dude.
Yeah.
I get home, shower. It was already too late for homework by then, so it was straight to bed.
And the thing is, you would walk home. It wasn't like nobody would pick you up. You would walk.
Yeah, I would just straight up walk, and like it was a little bit of a stretch, dude. And
Yeah.
me and my little brother, we would just walk and sit there and just bullshit the whole way home, you know. Like,
And it's one of those things I was telling you about, man. We can't do that nowadays.
and like no cell phone, no nothing. It was
No
just like
cell phone.
mom just knew like they'll be home sooner or later, you know.
Yeah, there was no form of communication with our
Yeah,
parents. Like, like, oh, he'll be home soon.
yeah, no, yeah,
Like,
no.
like I was telling you
Yeah,
earlier. I
yeah,
think,
yeah. The expectation was like they know to get home, you know. That
yeah,
was,
it's crazy. They put so much faith in that, and in us. And we nowadays we can't even do that to our kids. Like we're super overprotective of our kids. And I really don't know why. What do you think has changed since then till now? What do you think makes us so overprotective?
man, I think just pretty much all the crazy stuff that we see like in social media, you know, freaking kids getting run over, kidnapped, all sorts of bad stuff. You know, it puts fear in us.
Yeah,
And like back then, we didn't have that kind of resource, so we didn't know about it unless somebody specifically told us like, hey, this happened. But I mean, we even then we didn't. Our minds didn't really comprehend all that at that time.
I don't think so either, right?
It's like,
Like, dang, that sucks.
yeah,
Anyways, going back to school tomorrow, walking
yeah,
home, right?
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's nowadays, you see about it, and then people share it, and you start hearing all different stories, and then you're like, holy shit, this could happen to my kid. Like if I'm not careful, and
yeah.
a little bit of you, you tend to like shelter them a little bit more, which is good, but bad at the same time,
But at the same time, because you feel like you're not letting them really explore life. I don't know if that makes any sense. But like I kind of wish like they had the same experience we had back then. But
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because it's a whole new world that it just doesn't let us.
yeah. I mean, I have two little girls, so like I have to be, overprotective and stuff, and constantly, being careful of who I bring around and stuff like that. But at the same time, you don't want to be like that helicopter parent where like you your kid falls and you automatically like rush to what's wrong, because you don't want. Then you have a little crybaby and stuff. And I mean, some people will disagree and stuff, but it's just like, I mean, kids are gonna be kids. They're gonna fall, they're gonna scrape their knees, they're gonna cry. But I mean, it's part about being a kid. Shit's gonna happen.
Let them learn the hard
Yeah,
way, I guess.
that way they don't do it again. Hey, if you keep jumping off of that, you're gonna fall.
You speaking of that, that's exactly what happened to my kid right now before my life started. I was in the living room and they like to get on top of the TV stand or yeah, the TV stand.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a feel like I wasn't really looking because I was helping my wife with the dinner and whatnot. And it
Yeah.
wasn't until I heard a boom, boom, and my oldest he yells out, Josiel. And I was like, what happened? He starts crying hysterically, like crying, like I was like,
Yeah.
what happened? He's like, he fell off the TV stand. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's what he
You
gets.
should. Yeah,
Right.
you
But
should.
in my head, I'm like, man, like he hit his head. So of course, I'm trying to comfort him at the same time because a head injury is pretty serious
Yeah.
nowadays.
Sure. I'm not gonna send them to go. All right, go to bed now.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny that you mentioned that too, because whenever my oldest, there was one there was one instance where he kept climbing on top of something, and I told him many times, stop doing that. Stop doing that. The last time he messed himself up so bad that he was really hurt. But I told him, like, look, I told you plenty of times to stop doing that. You kept doing it. Honestly, you deserve it. And he's all like, it really hurts. And I was like, well, that sucks. Like, go to bed. And he was whimpering the whole night. And my wife was all like, I think he's really hurt. I think I should take him to the ER. I was like, nah, he's okay. He's just being a baby. Well, he
Damn,
kept
this
he kept
parent.
he kept whimpering. He was like, oh, it really hurts. I was like, dang, what if he's for real? What if he's serious? So I told my wife, like, hey, just take him to the ER, see what's wrong. Sure enough, he broke his leg. Or no,
Oh,
I'm sorry, he broke his arm. Not his leg. He broke his
oh, really? Like straight up, like a clean break, or like fractured, or just
he
like,
fractured his arm.
oh,
And
dang.
so I was like, dang, so it was that serious. I was like, dang.
Dude,
And
and
I'm over
doesn't
here making him go to bed.
yeah, dude, doesn't it like as a parent, like when your kid's in pain, like hurting, like seriously hurting, like doesn't it just like hurt your soul?
To a certain extent. But see, I don't know if it's different because you have girls and I have boys,
Oh,
and and
yeah.
I'm more like of a tough-minded kind of person. Whereas if I tell you plenty of times, stop doing that, stop doing it, and you keep doing it and you get hurt, well, that's on you. I told you plenty of times. Now you're gonna learn the hard way why I'm telling you not to do it. But I don't know if it's different because you have girls.
Man, a little bit, dude. Because yeah, girls they're more fragile and they're real sweet, and like they'll ask you like when I get home, they'll sit there and like they'll cuddle me and stuff like that and try to like they'll sit there and hug me and stuff. And I feel I mean I don't have a boy, but I feel like with boys just kind of like they're a little bit more like to themselves and they could care less what time you get home or not.
Honestly, no. I was gonna say, I was gonna kind of agree with you, but that's false on my end because as soon as I get home, as soon as I walk home, they start yelling, "Daddy, Daddy's home, Daddy's
Yeah,
home," and they
that's how
start
my little one
rushing.
is. My older one, she's 10 now, and she's always like on her phone, or with her friends, FaceTiming with her cousins. But my little one, like when I get home and she's like out and about, she'll come up to the door and walk me all the way over here, ask me certain stuff, or if I could go to the store, things like that.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, they're sweet, man. But they can be a handful.
Especially if you get calls from the kindergarten teacher.
Dude,
That's hilarious, man.
I don't even want to look at that kindergarten teacher. Like there was like when you have to go to
A
like
parent teacher conference.
teachers or the teacher nights and stuff,
Yeah.
and then I have to go and like talk to her her teacher, and then she's just like, oh, she's a very nice girl, but there's some stuff we got to work on.
Like, oh man, my mom
Yeah,
used to
one from
hate
one year
going.
out the other, dude.
My mom used to hate going to the parent teacher conference because man, the teacher would snitch on me so bad too. She'll be like, Ricardo es un buen niño, pero siempre habla con Aníbal.
It's funny because like my mom she tells me the exact same thing. She's like your teacher would always call the house like bitching get something that he had to kick you out of the classroom, that you went to the office. And then remember back in the day, uh, I'm sure they still do it, but like if you were really bad, they like make you call your parents and stuff.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would like dial like a wrong number, and then I'll just sit there and
You
and
would dial the wrong number.
yeah, yeah, and like my teacher be listening, making sure that I'm telling my mom everything that like I did wrong, and then like there'd be nobody on the other side. And they, uh, it was Mr. Elko.
Yeah.
He caught on to it, and then he's all like, "Hand me the phone. Let me talk to her real quick." I didn't want to, and then he's like, "Give me the phone," and I will give me the phone, and then like I was like, "Okay, bye," and then I hung up, and I was like, "Oh, she had to work. Her boss was calling." And oh, he didn't. He was like, I don't think this motherfucker's calling anybody. So he went and like got my mom's like number that she had written down, like that for your parents or whatever.
Yeah.
Mom was like clueless, like He's never called. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I
Oh,
thought he was good the whole time.
dude, he was like so freaking pissed. Like he was like literally, he was like this, dude, like pulling his hair. He was like muchacho. At one point, he like, I think he just gave up. Or he was just like, he was defeated.
He
Yeah,
was defeated.
he wouldn't even like tell me anything anymore. Like even to the I was, is he like really mad at me? Or like is he gonna acknowledge me? Like he like look at me, dude. Remember? He just like threw me in the very back of the classroom. Just oh, that was bad, man.
I tell Belen the stories about Mr. Tinoco too. Oh my god, that dude was
Dude,
like, that dude
dude,
had anger issues though.
he was a very strict dude because I don't know if you remember, but he used to say that he used to teach in Mexico, and over there they're like real big on like discipline and stuff.
God,
He came over here, he had that mentality of like, I'm gonna whip these little bastards into shape, and teach.
yeah.
But dude, over here, like the bilingual class, we didn't. Bro. Pokemon was just out, like we didn't give a shit. And, like he tried so hard to like break us, and like
Yeah.
we couldn't. He just like gave up.
I wonder whatever became of him though. I try to look him up on Facebook. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, he's probably. I want to say he's probably retired by now.
Probably retired by now because he had gray hair back in the day, and that was like more than 20 years ago.
Do you remember one time he was I was doing something and then he came up and then he just like slammed my freaking desk like super hard, bro. Like it even like fell and like he like made me stand the rest of the class. I don't know if you remember that.
Dude, okay, the thing was, I wasn't in your class with Mr. Tinoco. I was like in the year later.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Damn.
We're not gonna talk about that though. We're not talking about that though.
Oh yeah, no wonder. I was like, how do you not remember that? Oh yeah,
I don't remember that, dude.
yeah
But please proceed.
you had him the later year. Oh, see, that's why we needed DMD to come in because he was there for that.
Oh, dude, like freaking BMD, man. I'm still pissed off about that. He could have at least told me ahead of the game. We could have had somebody else over here.
Hey, that's also one thing that's changed, bro. Is that like nowadays? I'm not trying to bring up your past or nothing, but nowadays they don't like hold kids back anymore. A grade, you know that?
I noticed that, yeah.
I
I
mean,
was just about
like
to ask that. Do they even do that?
they do, but you have to really like be fucking up or like not going to school and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
remember, like back in the day when we were coming up, like if you failed that little test that we had to take, and like if you didn't meet the criteria that they had set for you, like you weren't passing.
Yeah.
And like unless you went to summer school or like something, then you would advance to the next grade. But dude,
I was
they
just about
weren't
to
they
ask you that though.
need to hold you back.
I was just about to ask you that. Do they even do summer school at all anymore?
Man, I think nowadays it's like voluntarily, like if you're like they have like summer programs,
Yeah.
and like I guess you can enroll your kid into that, but I'm not really quite sure, dude. I don't really remember.
Ask Joanna. She works at the school district. Ask her if they still do summer school.
Hey, do they still? Oh, if you failed the STAR test, there is.
They do summer school?
Yeah,
Damn, they didn't even give me a chance.
but it's only like a limited amount of spots apparently.
Oh.
I think that always was though. Remember?
Yeah, you always told me you were always in summer school.
Yeah, I had to go. I think like twice or three times. I can't remember. Yeah. Not at the junior high level. Yeah, something like that.
God damn.
Yeah, like imagine having to repeat a whole year, dude, like all over again.
We're not gonna talk about that, dude.
Okay, yeah, go on to the next. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I know that's a very touchy subject for you.
It is.
You still
All
Christian.
right, fucking let's just tell. Might as well just tell the whole story. I mean, people are gonna know about it anyways. I'm pretty sure there were even people like that are watching right now that were like, "Huh, I don't remember you last year."
Recorder, we used to tell you like, "Hey, dude, are y'all going over that same test again?" And you were like, "Yeah." I passed it the second time.
You know what? Yeah, I even thought that by getting older, getting wiser, I would get rid of all that bullying that I that I that I got back in the day about failing that grade. My wife does it too. She's all like,
Oh,
"What grade did you fail again?" Third. Yadiel is in third grade. I was like, God,
man, I guess to this day I have not let you live it down, huh?
nobody, dude. Like, not even my wife, and she wasn't even in our grade.
Oh man, I just remember we were in. It was the last day of school, and they handed out those report cards, and we were in that bus, and then we were all looking, and they said like advance to the fourth grade, and, and then you look at yours, and yours said retained, and we were like,
It did.
it's I'm
The
a,
thing is, I knew that was coming because my the teacher back then, she had a meeting with my mom a few weeks beforehand, and
oh, so
kind of
you're
gave
already
her the bad news already. So I was like, oh, well,
oh,
here I go. Everybody else is gonna be passing the fourth grade, and here I go back to third.
and then we were, and then like during lunch, we would go to lunch, and then we would be seeing your class leaving already, third graders with big
Yeah,
ass in the middle.
and still
They
to
put
this
on the
day, he has the same reaction as he does right now. The same story. I have not lived it down. The same story that you guys are hearing. I'm hearing it for like the millionth time. He he has no remorse.
oh man, dude, it's just like it kills me, bro. You could have been with us, man, but you chose to. You really like third grade,
Like I had a choice.
bro. Said I like it so much, I want to do it all over again. Oh,
Man, I guess that was another thing. Yeah, like I don't even hear a lot of
yeah,
people getting held back from a grade. And you're
yeah.
right about that.
They don't.
What a way to bring up a painful memory.
Yeah, because I think like nowadays they like I feel like with like the parents nowadays, like your kids are gonna feel the parents are gonna go up to the school and start bitching and complaining like, what do you mean my kid's gonna fail? Like what?
See, I wish my mom would have been stronger.
Your mom was so like understanding. She was
She
like, well,
probably accepted it like
yeah, she was like, well, if you feel like he needs to, then okay.
she didn't even put up a fight for me. She like gave in like mi hijo tan tonto.
Oh man, I remember that.
But
But
yeah,
I
you're
will
right about
bring
that.
it again this year. Okay, that's one time in a long time.
I
I'll
wonder
bring
if
it
lightning,
again. Yeah,
huh?
I said this is the only time I'll bring it up this year until the next one.
Until the next year, yeah. Probably BMD is gonna be here to laugh at it too. Like, man, I wish you would have. I wish you would have come. I wonder if it's still not too late for him.
Oh, that dude, I don't know.
He said he was gonna come over your house.
Yeah, I figured. I thought he was. I even like cooked him a special meal and everything, bro.
You did,
Yeah, my girl made like she made Cajun pasta and everything, so I was like, oh,
dude.
that was delicious.
BMD, are you hearing this? You made her cook for absolutely nothing. You could
Yeah,
have at least told us ahead of time.
it's that on the Cajun pasta, bro.
I think somebody knocked on my door.
Next get together.
Next get together. Yeah, man. Like I was.
I'll try not to get pizza because every time I order pizza, y'all say y'all have heartburn and all sorts of shit. They don't know
Who the
what
hell said that we had heart? Who the hell said we had heartburn?
I think that's what BMD said. He says he can't eat pizza because he gets like heartburn or he has to take
Well,
like a.
that's his fault. Who tells him to eat it?
He's old, so he's got to prep for it. You know, he's got to take
He's got that acid reflex.
like acid reflux.
Got to take Tums every time we eat now.
Yeah, dude. Hey, it's that's how it is because man, like back then, I could eat bacon like nothing, dude, and like milk and stuff like that. Like I could, my body could process it pretty good. And like nowadays, like I can't, dude.
Really?
Like bacon, like I can't. I mean, it's good, and I wish I could eat it, but man, it fucks me up.
Really?
Same with
I,
like milk, dude, like cereal and stuff like that.
I know some people can't have milk for some reason anymore either. Like I think they're becoming lactose intolerant, even though they weren't back in the day.
Yeah, and that's what I was wondering. I was like, I thought that was just like I didn't know you could develop it as
At
you
a
know
later time.
at a later time.
Yeah, some people really can't have milk anymore. I'm
Because
just like,
like back
what?
then I would get down on some cereal, dude, and like now I'll try it and like man, I'd be my stomach will be making noises.
Dude,
So I just play it safe and stay away from it.
you know who I was thinking about today? Like no bullshit or God, cussing again. No BS who I was thinking about today. I wonder if she was still alive.
Who?
Do you remember Miss Kawa, our first grade teacher?
Oh, dude, she's way gone, bro.
You think so?
It was like 100 and something when she was teaching us in first grade.
Just you know what I remember about her? She would always smell like coffee.
Oh yeah, dude, she
Always
was
smell like coffee.
the sweetest old lady ever, dude. Like
She was.
she was one of my best teachers. She was real cool lady.
Yeah, she was really nice. All I remember her is that she smelled straight like coffee all the time.
Yeah,
Like that lady would drink so much coffee it would be ridiculous.
yeah, I remember. Man, I still remember Miss Kawash. I love her to death, but man, when she remember when she put me on blast, she read that love letter that I wrote and threw it. And
What? Tell everybody with the story, man.
then,
Tell everybody the story. You might as well. Just don't say
oh yeah,
names.
I used to have like the biggest crush on this girl. Her name was Reina. She,
You didn't have to say names.
anyways, yeah, I had like the biggest crush on her, and then one day when I was a dumb little kid, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like just tell her how it is, just wrote like a long letter explaining my true feelings for her and my love, and then I was gonna put it in her desk, and then she was gonna read it. I even said like from Annabelle and everything, And it was funny. It was pretty, and like my mom, like she like I had terrible handwriting, so my mom helped me write it. She was also like trying to like help me
Trying to
out.
help you out.
And then last minute, I freaking chickened out, bro. And then I was like, nah, I'm throwing it away. And then I threw it away. And then I forgot who was. It was one of our classmates. He ends up finding it in the trash, a nice little decorated envelope. And she's like, what is this? And then Miss what? She's like, let me see what that is. And it's like, that's a letter. And he opens it, and then she looks at me, and she was like, proceeds to read it out loud. Yeah, and then like man, that girl was so embarrassed, bro, and I was embarrassed. And remember, everybody was like going,
Yeah, dude, that would be the worst. Whenever
I was
somebody
like,
find out who you like somebody,
yeah, I was like, how can you do me like that?
I can't
And
really read anything right now.
then later on, fast forward a couple years, that girl, I had her for a class like in high school, and then she was like, "Hey, remember that one letter you wrote me like back in freaking first? Like, what was that about?" No, dude, I
She's,
was embarrassed, bro.
you should have. What
Yeah,
did you
like we
say,
were
dude?
like, yeah, we were cool and like we're friends, like, but like she remembers that to this day, like.
Wow.
I was like, holy crap! It was just one of those little insignificant memories that just stay with you.
That never left.
All because of Miss Kawa.
Miss Kawa, man. Yeah, that lady was like pretty old. I'm guessing she was like around. If I had to say, she was like around her late 60s, 70s. I want to say
Yeah, she was up there in age,
she
bro.
was. She was. She even taught my sister.
I think they said that she came like in the Mayflower.
Stop lying. I was like, wait, what?
You were like, Uh, I'm just like,
Kid, look at the Mayflower. Oh man.
oh, but yeah, she was up there.
Yeah, she's if anybody knows who we're talking about, Miss Kawa, hook us up with her Facebook. Oh
Funny.
man, that's freaking hilarious. This guy, yeah, I was thinking about her today. I was like, man, I wonder if she's still alive. I think I was having coffee or something.
We were part of that bilingual program for like all the way up to like fourth grade when we did.
Yeah, and I think that's something that I wanted to talk about too. Is that back then we were in bilingual class, and I think Passmore, which is a little school in Alvin, and we lived close to there, but we couldn't go there because they didn't have any bilingual teachers at the time, and they had to send us to another school that
We had
was
to ride
like,
shuttle, the
huh?
shuttle bus. It was like we had to take a shuttle bus. Remember?
Yeah, we had to take another bus to another school that was like on the other side of town, and in order for us to get the proper education, because we were all in bilingual class. But anyways, yeah, we had to first get to Passmore, and from there we had to take a bus that took us to, like I said, on the other side of town. And like I was telling Annabelle, I don't think, you know, how did these people had so much confidence in us so that we wouldn't get, I mean, they had so much confidence in us, they thinking that we were never going to get lost because apparently we could take,
they just expected us to just do it. Like get on that damn bus, go to the other school, and then go from there.
yeah, the bus is going to pick you up, take you to another school, and yeah, go from there. But we were so highly confident back in the day. We saw nothing wrong in what we were doing.
Yeah.
And didn't you guys one time miss the bus or something?
Yeah. No, we ended up. There was a year where we ended up taking the wrong bus because I mean, my parents they both had to work and stuff, so they didn't. They didn't like on the first days of schools. They wouldn't take us to school. We would the expectation. You get up, you go to school, handle business, come. And I didn't know that they had switched some stuff on us, so I just got on the same bus as I did the year before. Anyways, I ended up at the wrong school, dude. Me and like the boys that followed me, we were like, we showed up and then started looking around like, dude, these are extra kids. Like, they don't go here. Asking us for our names and we're giving them, and then they're like, y'all are not on the list. Like, what's going on? And then like
Oh,
started to look freaked out, and I'm starting to get freaked out because I'm like, oh, what the hell, man? And then they made some phone calls and they ended up tracking down where we were supposed to be. And that one of the teachers, she was real. She was pretty cool. She like took us, bro, like in her car. Like she just like, I'll take y'all to that school, and then we just hopped in the car with her. Yeah, and she just dropped us off, me and the two other boys, and took us to go explain the whole situation. Now I don't think a teacher could do that and get away with
I don't think yeah, I don't think a teacher could take any students home or whatever. That just seems
it.
sketchy.
Yeah, like here, this guy, get in this teacher's car. She's gonna take y'all.
It's we had so much confidence in adults back in the day.
Yeah, crazy. Uh, Nowadays, yeah, teacher's not gonna be able to do that. She's definitely gonna be the disciplinary actions.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, for real, man.
and we used to have in junior high, we used to have this teacher, real cool teacher too, bilingual. Uh, no, she taught math, but
What was her name?
uh, man, I don't want to say her name, but she used to like invite like all of us to like her house, and like
What?
we would like go and swim like at her place, and like her, and we would just all hang out, and she would throw like little parties for us. And
What the
like
hell?
back then, it seemed normal, but like now that I think about it, like I don't think it was.
That don't sound normal.
But yeah, no, cause like she was like a not like an old teacher, but not young. She was like probably like in her like late
Mid
30s.
30s.
Yeah, but she like really took like interest in us because we were like the troubled kids. and she would always be like, "Oh, I'm with this and this and that. Y'all are more than welcome to come." And then we would go to her house, me and other friends, and like a group of kids, girls and boys, and then we would all hang out and like she like had like a pool like in her backyard, and we would swim and like just hang out, like a field day, I guess.
God dang.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was our eighth grade teacher or math teacher.
hey, did you you went to Hood Case, right?
Yeah, I did.
Did you remember when we would have that certain test, and if we passed the test, we were able to spend the night at the school?
Oh, the lock in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So back then we used to have like a, I don't know what kind of test it was. I think it was a math test.
It was the pre-test that you take before the benchmark test. It was the
Yeah,
bench.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, we were taking that test, and they told us like if we passed that test, we're able to spend the night at the school. I don't even think we're able to do that now.
I don't think you could. I think they tried it and they figured out like, yeah, this is not a good idea. Let's not do this again.
This is weird as shit.
Yeah, because like, and I remember I was a little upset because unfortunately I was one of the kids that didn't pass, so I didn't get the chance to go. But the guys that went, like my friends, they were like, dude, it was so cool. We stayed up all night and we played, and
We played our Game Boys.
yeah, got to like just run around in our pajamas and stuff. And I was like, dude, it sounded so cool,
Yeah.
to experience that.
Yeah, I don't think kids are able to do that nowadays. That's just weird.
Yeah, I think they got away with that program because I mean a lot could go wrong.
A lot. I'm surprised that not a lot of things went wrong back in the day, or if they did, we never heard about it.
A lot could go wrong.
Hey, hold it right there. I'll be right back. I just got to take my damn contacts off. I can't see anything right now. Hold on. Keep talking to the
No,
public.
keep taking it. Just write it out, bro. What are you talking
Huh?
about? Just write it out.
I can't even read the comments.
Do it like Popeye, just with one eye, just squint.
like this. Like, what does this say? Hold on. We all know who didn't what? Who didn't pass. Hey, I actually used to pass that because I wanted to spend the night at the school. That was such a motivation back in the day. I don't know why.
Dude, that was like a flex. Like you got to go to the lock-in, dude.
Yeah, you got to go to the lock-in.
Yeah, you got to go to the lock-in. Not only did you pass, but you were at the lock.
You're at the lock-in. You spend the night at the school.
Yeah. You had you were gonna have the stories for the next day.
Yeah, and especially like I don't know, like you were seeing your crush for like the first time there and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, you got to see her like after hours,
After school hours.
Yeah, man, now that I think about it, I can't believe I never got a chance to go, dude. I should have applied myself a little better.
It was fun though. We had a basketball tournament one time. I remember we would watch all kinds of movies that night. It was fun.
Yeah, you actually got to go.
Yeah, man. In third grade, I went twice.
Oh, whoa, yeah, you did third grade twice. Of course.
Of course. Yeah, well, man, it was fun. They fed us a shitload of hot dogs though.
Dang, really?
I remember I was a chunky kid, so I was able to eat more than one.
I get to see the teachers like in their pajamas and stuff, just letting it on.
That was just weird. Now that I think about it, like teachers would volunteer who gets to spend a night at the school with the kids.
Yeah, that one pervy teacher, like, hey, who was the was that one?
What to what?
Was that one pillow fight? Why does the math teacher always want to wrestle?
Oh man. Who said it wasn't going to be fun without BMD? Man, I can't. Oh, you're going to have to read these comments for me because I can't read for nothing right now. I don't even know
how to read comments here, bro.
Really? Can you see them? Lock in at school. My philosophy was not to be on campus any longer than I needed to be.
For real. Hey,
I know, right?
No more, no less.
No more, no less. I know, like, what kind of what kind of
It was
flex was that? Like,
like,
you're spending the night at the school.
I've been in this motherfucker all day. You telling me I can stay the night too? Hell
The thing is, they weren't teaching us anything. It was literally like a big old sleepover for all your friends and stuff. Like I'm telling you, it sounds weird now.
yeah, that does sound kind of weird.
Like, hey, we spend the night at the school with a bunch of teachers.
Remember they used to have there was like that place. It's like the skating rink. They used to have like lock-ins also where you can stay the night.
Oh, the skating ring, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that anymore.
I don't think so. That
But
sounds weird.
a lot could go wrong there too.
I
You know,
like to go, yeah,
little
especially at the freaking yeah,
bunch of little
at the
teens.
skating rink,
You
dude.
know?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna take these contacts off. I can't see
I used to,
nothing.
I used to always want to stay at one of those lock-ins because it seemed pretty cool. You know.
Well, we were older back then.
Yeah, but
We're a lot more dirtier now.
I was like, I don't think I can skate all night long, dude. My feet are already killing me. You know, like 2 hours. I had some
Yeah,
little that they would stay, you know, and
the
like they like,
cuates.
yeah, I'd be like, and like it'd always be like, we're like, where did y'all like brush y'all's teeth or something, you know? Like, oh, we did. We just wake up, you know. No, dude,
We
could
did it. We just woke up.
they didn't even like because nobody would even take like a sleeping bag or nothing. We just like
Really?
no, you would like literally just if you're staying for the lock and you just keep skating until that's it, you know, to the
So your
next
feet hurt.
your feet hurt.
You got to read these comments. I can't. What does it say? Damn, that sounds that sounds so good. What? What sounds good? Skating ring? Hold on. What does this say?
Trying to read.
I was trying to go home and watch Dragon Ball Z after school, not stay at school. No way.
Oh, dude, nothing like coming home after a long day of school and watching Dragon Ball Z.
Do they even? Oh, they of course not. You know, we can watch whatever we want now. It wasn't like back then where you were like constantly just like your show comes on at 4 o'clock. Right, you're gonna get home
Like
like
that, but
right
it,
whenever your show comes on.
like Dragon Ball Z. If I'm mistaken, I think it was only like 2 episodes a day, or was it one? And like I remember when we were watching the Goku and Frieza for the very first time, dude. That fight seemed like it took for like months,
Forever.
bro, months.
Forever.
But it was so cool because like we would watch it like the next day, like that's what we were talking about around the freaking breakfast table. The
Yeah.
episode. Like, and if you missed it, you better not chime in because you know what we're talking about. Same with wrestling, you know.
Yeah, wrestling was a big thing back then. The Simpsons always I think there was like 2 episodes of The Simpsons that would come on like at 5 o'clock or something like that. And we would always talk about that too. Like, oh, did you see The Simpsons? Did you watch King of the Hill?
Yeah,
Now
that's
there's not nothing
that's
like that anymore.
that's another thing that changed, like
Hmm.
wrestling. You know how like back in the day, like you would see those guys and like they were like characters. Like you literally thought that's how they were. You
The
know.
gimmicks.
Yeah, the gimmicks and like the storylines were like so legit to where like you believed it. You
You
know.
believed it. You believed like
Yeah,
they were like these killers.
like feuds. Like dude, these guys literally hate each other's guts. You know. Don't and like nowadays with like social media and all that, like they post like certain stuff or they'll leak shit, and it's kind of like you can't really get into it anymore because it's like you can obviously tell, and it's like
You get
yeah,
spoilers, like you know who's gonna win now.
uh, so it's like it's not the same, man. It takes a lot of the hype and the cool nostalgic feeling that it was back then. Like in
Man,
these, that was one of the things I always wanted to do was to go to a live like a show, like whether it was SmackDown or Raw, whatever. I always wanted to go to one, and I never got the opportunity.
would you
And
go
like
to it right now?
now that I can, I don't think so because
No.
it's just it's not the same, and I don't follow wrestling like I grew out of it. I don't really. I mean, the only thing that I know about wrestling is whatever gets seen like on the news or TikTok or whatever gets shared, whatever. But
Yeah.
as like who's champion and who's fighting, like I don't really keep up with none of that stuff anymore. But man,
And
I would have loved to like go to like old Raw show where like Stone Cold and The Rock and The Undertaker all in the same building.
Yeah.
I mean, just to be pictured, like imagine hearing that their entrance songs like live, you know.
Oh man.
That
You
would be
feel that
something.
electricity going through your body, all the excitement.
Seeing all like these people with like their signs and stuff, you know, like
Remember
really,
back then when you could the wrestler would pose and you could see all these flashes of the cameras and stuff like that throughout the crowd, and now you don't see that anymore because all we have is phones.
yeah. What I have a friend. He still kind of follows wrestling, not as much, but I mean, he still goes to like little shows here and there, and he says that like people like you're not even allowed to like take posters anymore.
Really?
He went to one. I think there was like Alice or whatever. I remember Jonathan. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know. He still follows wrestling and he'll go to like little shows. But yeah, he says it's like so different now. It's like really watered down.
Yeah, I heard they're strict on everything. There's like you're limited on what you can do, what you
Yeah,
can wear too. Like if they see that you're wearing a competitor shirt, they'll tell you like, "Hey, you can't go in with that shirt."
yeah, something like
Like
that.
I'm just like, bro, what the hell? Like really? And then here's the main the chairman, the old chairman who got who got charged with sexual or what is it like human trafficking or what was it?
Oh, Vince McMahon. Yeah, hey. Plot twist. He was always playing his real self.
He was playing his real character. That man got charged for like what was it? What was an animal? What was it?
It was like human trafficking, dude.
Human trafficking. Like he was trafficking this employer there
Yeah, pretty much telling her like to do all sorts of stuff to like keep the
to like him and his coworkers. Like, hey, go please this guy.
staff members, pretty much.
Hmm.
If the words like, if you want a job here, this is what it's gonna take.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sucks, you know. That's welcome to corporate America, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. I was telling my wife about it, like, dang, this what happened, and she did not look interested at all. She's all like, dang, that sucks.
No, because well we grew up watching wrestling, so Vince McMahon was always kind of like a person that just kind of been throughout our life, you know.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's not like his this is like third or fourth scandal that he's had, you know. This
yeah,
was I think this one was just the one that broke the camel.
yeah. He really like everybody's all into this story. Like, dang, dude, like what the
All
hell?
right, I don't think you're gonna be able to get out of this one.
Hell no, dude.
This
Like it's
girl's got screenshots. She's got receipts. Like, come on.
and I think she told mostly because the money stopped coming towards her.
Hey, he didn't deposit that millie, so
Yeah, man, she was getting paid bank though just to keep her mouth shut.
but at what cost, bro?
Yeah,
It should-
I do find it weird that she just started telling everything after the fact that like he stopped sending the money, so let me go ahead and tell.
yeah. I think there was just there's some disagreement that happened there, and then I'm guessing maybe Vince was like called her bluff, and then she wasn't. You know, she was all right, motherfucker. Might have sink your whole ship.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
well.
crazy, man. Like we would have never expect him to to go that low. Well, maybe back then when we believed it, like this
during the
dude's a dirty
during
bastard.
during the Attitude Era, everything's so on Raw.
Yeah, you saw like bra and panties matches. Those things do not fly anymore.
Yeah. Heck no.
What else is out there, man?
Eyes are killing you, huh, dude?
Huh?
Your eyes are probably killing you right
I
now.
already took one contact off. I don't know if you
Uh,
noticed, but I took one of them off. I couldn't do that one anymore.
I had the same. Well, I also wear contacts, and I ended up wearing this contact, and it was like kind of dirty or whatever. So I ended up wearing it longer than I should have. And what
Mhm.
ended up happening was that it ended up scratching my my eyeball, like the inner, like the cornea or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
and like really bad. Like I went to the eye doctor, and he was like, "Dude, that looks painful as hell. Like it looks like." He was telling me, he's like, it looked like somebody grabbed sandpaper and just rubbed your eyeball. Like
Dang.
and then I was like, well, what can I do? You know? So he gave me some antibiotics, and I had to wear glasses for like a little while. But my eyes were like really like watery and sensitive to light, and bright red for like man,
Dang, dude.
weeks, bro. Like, yeah, it was really bad, and I was like kind of embarrassed because I'd have to wear shades, because they were like, "Why is he wearing shades inside?" He looks like, and then I show them why, and then be like, "Fuck, put them back on."
Do you remember when I came to school one time with a sty, with like the biggest sty in the world?
Nah, dude, I don't remember.
You don't? Well, I had the biggest sty, like it was just like hanging.
Is that the
Like,
first? Was that like? Nah, okay, I can't remember.
it was in high school. I was like a junior in high school, and
Oh,
yeah, I had like the biggest sty, like just hanging out, and I don't even know what caused it. I think it
I
was
wouldn't.
like dirty contact or
I
whatever it
wouldn't be
was.
honest. That should have. I would not even gone to school.
The thing is, man, I was missing so much school back then that I was like, man, I have to go to school. Like, there's no way. So I started wearing shades, and I went to the nurse's office to get like a note from her to tell her, like, hey, I got this going on. Could you please excuse me, to have these on for the rest of the day? And she's all like, it can't be that bad. Let me see. And sure enough, I exposed it. She's all like, yeah, never mind. I think I'll definitely excuse you for wearing those. I was like, yeah, dude. So, I gave the note to every teacher that I had. They're like, it can't be that bad. They're like, can I see it though? And I was like, yeah, sure. So they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can see why you want them. I was like, yeah, dude. And I remember this one chick in my class. She would always talk to me. And she's like, hey, why do you have those glasses on? And I was like, oh, I just have some stuff in my eye, or this thing in my eye.
Yeah,
They're
no,
like,
some freaking lokes or what,
huh?
dude? You got some lokes
I
on
think
or
there were lokes that I had on. Now that I think about it,
stay
and she's all
over.
like, "Can I see it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she's all like, "Oh, hell no!" And yeah, I was walking around with some shades the whole day. Hold on, Kadeem said, "You got to be careful about keeping contacts in longer than you should. I'm sure you heard about the woman who kept hers in for several days, and bacteria built up under the contact and ate her retinas, and she went blind. I did not know that. Well, the
Oh,
thing,
yeah, that's what my doctor was saying that he was telling me like you can go blind because those contacts will accumulate all this bacteria, especially like if you shower with them. And normally I'm pretty good about not showering with them.
yeah,
It was just one of those days where I got home from work late. It was just kind of like easier and faster to just go ahead and just hop in the shower and get it over with.
yeah.
Sure, big mistake. Lesson learned though. Lesson learned. That's
No, I take mine off every night
and then
because
yeah, what freaked me out was because the my doctor was like, he's like, I had a patient who had the same issue, was neglectful about it. He's like, one day he just woke up and lights were out. He could not see anymore.
for
He
real.
came in here freaking out, trying to see what he can do if this was temporary or whatever, and once your vision's gone, it's gone.
Damn.
Like, and that's life changing. He's like,
Heck yeah, dude. You don't prepare for something like that either.
yeah,
You're just like, dude.
I forgot what he did for a living, but he's like, yeah, he's like, his life changed from one day to the next. So after once he told me that, I was like, oh heck no, dude.
I'm getting LASIK.
Heck yeah, bro. He can't afford that, man. I ain't trying to freaking go blind. I can barely
Nah,
see as is.
yeah, I can barely see it. Yeah, I take mine off every night. I can't do the whole. I can't sleep with them. I I've done it once on accident, and it wasn't like intentional or anything like that. And I freaked out. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah,
Eh,
screw that.
Yeah, and they get sucked to your eyeball.
Yeah, remember in high school when you had those colored contacts?
Yeah, I still have color
Yeah,
contacts right now as
yeah,
we speak.
yeah, like the blue ones, right? Or were
Yeah,
they gray?
yeah. I had some white ones that had like
Oh yeah,
lines.
yeah. Those white ones were trippy. I remember those.
I still have some right now till like they're all white. Like I can't see nothing, but I hate wearing those because I
Do you wear?
legit cannot see anything.
Oh really?
Yeah, you
Do
can't
you
see
wear them
nothing
for
with
like
those.
fun or like
No, I
people?
wear them for Halloween now.
Oh, okay, okay. Otherwise, so you don't go
Like
to hell.
which ones are the ones that I wore for your that Halloween party?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I wore the all red ones where you couldn't even see anything, just red.
Yeah, those look pretty trippy.
Yeah.
Where do you even
That
get like Amazon?
no. I forgot the website. It's a website. Hold on, I'm gonna give it to everybody here. See if you guys ever want colored contacts that are like trippied out. The page to go to. It's an Instagram page that I follow. It's called Oh My Kitty for You.
Oh my kitty. Huh.
Yeah, all one word. OHMYKITTY. And if you look through them, they have all these trippy like contacts and stuff like that. I get mine for Halloween, and yeah, man, that's where I get them from. I like to
You
be different. I think this year I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna
like
just
to
wear,
freak people out, huh?
huh?
They like to freak people out.
I do. What did Jason say? La pulga. He put
That's
he
what
put pluga.
I thought you got them, dude. I was like, "Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Nah, I mean the first ones that I got, the ones where were like you still could see like the black dot in the middle of your eye. I first got them at the pulga, but all the other ones I gotten from that website.
Hey, dude, when's the last time you went to the flea market on telephone?
Damn, dude, it's been years.
Years.
Yeah, it's been years. That's a good flea market too.
Really?
I used to buy all my toys from there. They used to have some badass toys.
Hey, you should take what you should like go one day, take like a trip. You'll be surprised, dude. They switched it up.
Last time
They,
I went, I think it was like I want to say 5, 6 years ago.
oh, dude, it's changed a lot since then. I mean,
Really?
pretty sure you would find it kind of different. And yeah, they're slowly like progressing, make it a little bit more, you know, up to code, I guess you would say.
I mean, I think they were pretty good back in the day too. They had like the whole they had like some bandas there sometimes. The
Yeah,
food was good too.
yeah. I mean, people go there and like will kill a whole Sunday. You know, like just there's a lot there's a little bit to do over there.
I used to buy the Mexican cheese, the Mexican queso fresco.
Yeah,
Oh, that shit was popping back then. And then they used to have like the Mexican chorizo, like coming straight from Mexico. You
yeah.
never knew what you were gonna get, but that was good.
That's the only time we would go was just to like to go eat. You know, a bunch of like junk food. You know, some street
Yeah.
corn, burros, and stuff like that.
Hey, the ice cream.
Yeah, my kids like going. So you know, every now and then we'll go kill like an hour, 2 hours over there, just to walking around eating junk food pretty much.
Dude, I need to go back over there. That shit was fun.
Yeah, dude, you should take your wife and your kids just so they can kind of experience that.
I took my wife one like ooh, like I want to say 10 years ago.
Oh, really?
She was not impressed, and
Oh,
I'm like, dude.
she was like,
But
what?
we only went for like one thing, and I keep telling her like, no, you got to explore like the whole thing.
Just take your time, look at it, all the little
Yeah,
like stuff that people like.
concessions and stuff.
So a little bit of everything for everybody. You know, you'll find.
Exactly. And they used to have the Mexican nachos.
Oh yeah, hey, those things go hard, bro.
Yeah, they do. And she likes those Mexican nachos.
Yeah, those things are good with some salsa Valentina. Ooh, some lemon, dude.
I need to pull up some of the a picture so that the people who aren't Mexican they actually can see
Yeah,
what we
you do
talk about.
frat guy trip, you know, to the flea market. All of us, bro, we'll roll deep like we used to.
I don't think I ever went to the flea market with you guys.
You didn't?
Nuh-uh.
Just now. Oh no, me and the and Guatas used to go a lot.
Yeah.
When we didn't have shit going on like on a Sunday, we would all go over there and just fuck off for like a couple hours. Yeah,
Some
yeah. I think that was during the time when you were like, I think when you were like out of town or something.
uh trying to find a good picture of these Mexican nachos.
They're cueros, bro. That's what they are.
Yeah.
That's why you're not gonna find them because they're cueros.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't find them.
Yeah, you're not gonna find them.
Maybe I will. Maybe if I put cueros. Explain to people what exactly cueros is. Like skin.
Yeah, it's just like fried pork skin, and like they'll have like this big, like this big chunk of fried pork skin, and then what they'll do is they'll add like a bunch of uh like a bunch of stuff on top: tomatoes, queso fresco, sour cream, a little
One
bit of.
time, one time, Edible was so cheap he stole a Mexican hot dog. Did you?
I think, yeah, that did happen.
What happened, dude?
I ended up just taking the hot dog, bro. The lady gave it to me, and then uh, she didn't charge me for it, and I wasn't gonna like tell her like, "Hey, lady, you didn't charge me for this. I just ate it." And then she realized that she didn't charge me, and then she tried to, but then by then I was gone.
You just took off.
The lady, bastard.
I lost $1. Hey, how much is the interest to get inside the pulga now?
Man, I want to say, dang, like it's like $3, $2 maybe.
Oh, it's still cheap.
I think it's always been like that's price.
Yeah, yeah. Back then it was popping, man. I remember my dad used to always go every Sunday.
Oh yeah, you'll find everybody's dad over there.
Everybody's dad was over
The best place to get tools, cheap.
there. Yeah, he used to go for like the Beto Quintanilla CDs.
Yeah, you'll find CDs and cassettes still over there, dude.
Cassettes,
Yeah, believe it or not,
dude.
you'll still find cassettes, bro.
I
'Cause
remember there used to
people
be this
collect.
one guy. There used to be this one guy who had nothing but Super Nintendos. I wonder if he's still there. I would buy one from him if he's still there.
Oh, dude, I've been trying to get my hands on a Super Nintendo
Dude, I want to get one so bad.
or a,
I have a dream about one.
or a Nintendo 64. But man,
BMV still has this Nintendo 64.
yeah, and people be selling they went up on that price. People be trying to
Yeah.
resell. I mean, I can understand why, but damn, dude, not too much.
My mom still has our Super Nintendo. I've been telling you guys before. I kind of want it back, but I feel bad asking for.
I mean, it's not like she plays it.
I think I showed her how to hook it up to her TV, so she was like, "Oh," and she was like so intrigued, like she wanted to play Super Mario
For Mario,
World.
dude, I was playing on the Super Nintendo. Was it this? No, it wasn't the Super Nintendo. That was the older one. The Duck Hunters one. Remember that one?
Yeah,
Had the little gun and I would shoot the little ducks, dude. And it had the little dog that would run and jump and then pick up the little duck for you.
yeah.
I played the crap out of that game.
Super Smash Bros was a really popular game back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was. That one, and there's another one that doesn't get a lot of credit, but it was a really good game. Mario Party.
On 64.
Yeah,
I don't remember playing that one.
you don't remember playing Mario Party
Mm-mm.
or 007 GoldenEye?
See, people talk about 007. I never played that game
Dang, you were missing out, dude.
because I mostly had the Super Nintendo. I was playing Donkey Kong. I was playing Kirby. Uh,
You remember your cousin, Tony? He had like a drawer full of games, and I know he used to get them from he used to get them from the flea market, but
yeah,
I was always like surprised, like just mesmerized. Like he had that whole drawer. Remember in the
yeah,
corner,
the whole drawer full of games.
games for like we could play any game over there. He had it, dude. He would have it. And he was like, dude, find it. If you can find it, play it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Digging and shit, looking for cool games.
He had the 1990 WWF games,
Yeah, 1990. He
like
had
the first games that ever came out.
yeah, dude. He had like old shit. The old Jurassic Park,
Yeah,
Kirby, that Power Ranger game. Remember that one?
that would be the NES with Duck Hunt. NES.
Oh, that's what it is now.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
dude,
he
that game.
said Mario Party on 64 would test friendships.
Yeah, dude. Hey, it would put your friendships to the test, dude.
I don't remember that one though.
can't believe it. No, because it was so cool because you would like advance, and then you can target specific friends and stuff like that. It was a cool little game.
See,
It doesn't get a lot of attention like Super Smash Bros. Does, but man, that game was fun.
you know what game I really liked on the Nintendo 64, and BMD pretty much put me on that one, was No Mercy.
Oh, No Mercy, yeah, No
No
Mercy.
Mercy. That was like the best wrestling game ever.
Yeah, that were there was No Mercy, and then there was another one that was like I think it was called Cruising the World, that racing game. That game
I don't remember that one.
it was like a Gran Turismo game, I believe, but it was just
Golden
cars.
GoldenEye 64 set the standard for the first person shooter game now.
Yeah, it sure that's where it started, dude. Man, that game was so cool, and it was multiplayer. That's what made it real
That see
fun.
that's what was good about the Nintendo 64. You had like, I think the max you could play was like 4 players, and that
Uh,
was pretty awesome.
and you can have like your Rumble pack on there and everything, and just like make it more intense.
Oh, NES, Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, I think that was like the very first one. That's like with the original Mario and Duck Hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hold
and we
on.
we had one of those. I mean, I used to play that game so much.
Cruising USA is what you're talking about.
Yeah, Cruising USA. Yeah, that game was cool.
What did you call it?
Cruising the World. I think that's
Cruising the world.
something else. Who said Cruising USA?
Huh?
Who said it was called Cruising USA?
Kadeem.
Oh, okay. No, I appreciate that, man. I would have remembered. But hey, I'm glad he knows what it is. I'm sure he must have played it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows all the games.
Yeah,
Looks like,
there was another one called F-Zero X. I don't know if you remember that one.
dude, no.
What? Dan, you're missing out, bro. What were you
Dude, I'm
playing?
telling you, I was only on the Super Nintendo.
Dude, I got to bring you up to game on these freaking badass old classic games, dude.
I didn't even know you knew that much about Nintendo 64 because all you had was a wait. What did you have? Like a PlayStation?
No, we had like pretty much every system coming up. The only one
Really?
that I had was the Segas.
I never had a Sega.
I had a Sega. I went to 64, and then I think it was like PlayStation, and then GameCube, and from there. And then after that, I stopped playing games for a while, dude. Till like I recently bought a PS5.
You bought
And
that Mortal Kombat, huh?
yeah, yeah, that's the only reason. Honestly, that's the only reason that I bought that game. Oh, that console was for that Mortal Kombat game.
Kadeem says he's not totally wrong. Cruising World was a sequel.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's probably the one that I played.
Probably.
And it was I remember it was Cruising the World because it had a catchy little song to it, and that's how I remember it because on the that's what
How
it
did the
was.
song go?
I'm not gonna sing it, but remember that's what it said. Cruising the world.
He was watching VeggieTales.
That was only in the mornings.
Did you ever watch VeggieTales? For real, for real?
VeggieTales, nah. I was more of a Zaboomafoo kid kind of guy.
I watched all of them. I watched VeggieTales, especially like the Christmas version, the Christmas episodes. I guess you could say.
Nah, I wasn't that lame.
I wasn't that late. Damn,
I
man.
and Zaboomafoo, the Kraft Brothers, and a little bit of Dragon Tales here and there.
Yeah, Dragon Tales, man. I always try to go to Dragonland. Never
Watching
made it.
my boy Arthur, brag about
Oh
him.
yeah.
Come on,
Is Arthur still on?
Arthur. Yeah, I believe so.
Damn. Well, we'll never have cartoons like we did back then. That's for sure.
Yeah, they just don't make them like they used to.
Not anymore, man. People, kids really have access to everything that we used to back in the day. Though, if you think about it, we could go down the library. They could watch Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, Dragon Ball Z.
I wish we had like when we were little. I wish we had like YouTube
Yeah.
Imagine find on YouTube or like full episodes and like full series. Like nowadays, how you can, you can just type it in full fight or full length, and you can watch it all on YouTube.
Dude, I remember back then trying to search for Super Saiyan 10 Goku, and it would show like this dude with a bunch of hair was
Yeah,
never real.
fan fan made characters and
Fan made characters, and we thought it was legit.
yeah,
We're like, oh man, we can't. I can't wait to see him in Super Saiyan 10,
right.
like with
Man,
all this hair.
I was watching. I follow this guy on TikTok, and then I never knew. Well, I kind of always a little bit, but I didn't know how Dragon Ball Z has such a large community, dude.
Oh, it's
Like
pretty big.
like around the world, like in the Mexican world, and obviously up in China and stuff. But man, those people are really like invested in Dragon Ball Z and like go all out.
Man, yeah.
Like parties, bro. Like when when they were having those newer episodes, there was
Did
like
you
block parties of like straight people just tuning in to watch fucking Dragon Ball Z, like the whole block. I was like, that's crazy. I mean, that's cool. It sounds pretty cool, and I mean, it looks like a vibe, but I just never knew it was like to this day that big.
did you ever watch the newer episodes?
Nah, I didn't.
Really?
I watched like maybe like one or two, just to kind of see what it was about. But man, I just don't have the time like I used to sit there and watch a bunch of episodes. But
There's
they did look cool though.
yeah, they got like new transformations and stuff like that. The storytelling is pretty. It's a little good, and
Yeah.
there are some violent scenes that you're like, God dang, Goku's dead.
But I wonder why they never added like. Have you noticed like they never added like blood and stuff? Like remember back in the day, these guys
Back
would
in the day, they used to, yes.
yeah, you would bleed and like Vegeta would be like bloody and fucked up. And like now, I guess they took it away. Huh?
Yeah,
Made it more.
they're like you've mentioned before. They watered down a lot of these shows, and Dragon Ball is
Yeah.
sadly one of them too that
Uh,
suffered through it.
I was I don't know if you ever watched the Avatar, but
No,
the Last Airbender. But they're making a Netflix real life version of it.
really.
Looks really it looks really good, and if you watch the cartoon, like the cartoon it's alone is like a masterpiece, dude. Like from start to finish, story, the animation, the characters, it's like really good. So I'm hoping that I haven't been excited for a show like that in a little while, but I'm hoping
Well,
they do it just like because
a lot of these animes they used to be real good back in the day. I don't know why they don't bring them back to the states like they used to. If you want to watch good anime, you literally have to look through it now.
yeah
It's not like back then where like USA would find out about this cool anime and automatically dubbed it into
yeah
like their own English one.
yeah you have to really be into like anime and like part of that community to like to like know what's out and like what's good.
Exactly. I got
Because
cousins that are really hooked on anime.
yeah, I know some people and like they're really into it and like man they'll be like, hey dude, watch this. It's like real violent, real gory, like you'll like it. And then they'll send me links and stuff, but I just man I can't. It takes a little while for me to like for it to catch my attention, like for me to want to keep watching it.
Yeah, and there are some good ones though.
Because a lot of those animes, they're like they start very slow, and you
Yeah.
have like a couple like episodes before you can start seeing some action. And I'm like, man, I don't got time for that. Just fast forward me to the fighting scenes. Like,
Like the sex scenes.
yeah, like my buddy was telling me that he keeps telling me to watch it. I think it was called like Titans or something about
Oh, yeah,
Titans.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, he said that's a really good one. And
It is good, but it does start real slow, so you're gonna have to go a few episodes to actually get into it. Because I that's what happened to me. Because
yeah,
I was kind of like trying to like it for like the first two episodes, and then maybe like on the fourth or fifth one, I was like, oh okay, cool. All right,
yeah,
now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, he explained it to me like the gist of it, and like it sounds pretty cool, but like I said, it's just the very very slow starts.
I think you should definitely watch Dragon Ball Super though.
Dragon Ball Super, I'll have to check it out. Well, go to YouTube and watch the full fights, right? No, without any
Yeah.
rush.
Well, some of the fights are going a lot faster now than it was back in the day. You know how, but with Frieza, I think it took like 20, 30
One
episodes to
little yeah,
finish.
little blast, and like you have to wait like fucking 5 minutes for the smoke to clear out, and then the guy's just standing there still. Then you show
Yeah.
Goku's face like shocked, making that sound. That used to drive me insane. I'll be like, fight already. Like
Final.
staring at
It does go a little bit faster now than what it did back in the day. That's for sure. I think back then they were just trying to kill time, kill episodes. Now it's a little bit faster.
well, good.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close this episode out because my back is killing me.
Your back, your eyes, damn, dude, you're all sorts of jacked up.
Next, I think next episode I'm just gonna wear glasses because, well, I had the fan on thinking I was gonna be hot in here. I ended up being cold again. So
Yeah, dude, man, today the weather was nice.
it was.
Been a,
Notice how we're getting like the cold in the morning and hot as hell in the afternoon.
yeah, I kind of like it like that though.
Yeah. Well, you get
I
to wear pants regardless at your job.
Yeah, I don't like the cold, man. I've never been a fan.
Why?
I never really liked it, man. I hate having to wake up and then everything's cold. Your truck is all cold. You have to wait for it to kind of warm up a little bit, especially if you have like leather seats and shit. Your shit's
Oh
all
man, how cold as hell in there.
yeah, dude. I hate it, man. I rather it be hot all year long. 190, 80, like I can live with that.
Dude, no. I've gone in the summer. I think it was 2 summers ago. My truck, my truck's AC went out, so it was hot as hell. Texas summer. I was getting off work like drenched, just
Dang.
drenched in sweat. My truck's AC was not working. Oh man, I was just drenching in just sweat, a pool of sweat every day, and that's one of the reasons why I hate summers because like god dang, like there was no way to cool myself off. I would buy one of those fans that you would charge on in the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Not even those were helping me.
Dang.
It was just blowing hot air towards me. That's it.
You were freaking sweating a hole through there, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
Heck.
The
I,
the, the cold, I kind of get it too, man. The body doesn't move right.
yeah, it doesn't. You just gotta. I can't do it, bro. Earlier this year when we had that little freeze or where people didn't get
Yeah.
the opportunity not to go to work.
Dude, I
Well,
worked that day. That shit was
I
crazy.
had to work that day. It was on both Monday.
Monday. It was a Monday.
We were recommissioning a line, and we had to be up there at 5 to get everything started, dude. So from 5 all the way to like 7, dude, I was out. I was miserable.
Dude, I was on the road and I saw people crashing, and I'm like, dude, am I next? Like, I was questioning myself because I had to go to Huntsville
Yeah.
to drop something off, and I was like, bro, I was going like 5 miles an hour on 45 when it was like I think 75 the max. I was only going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, like we don't do like where I work, we don't do like rainouts or none of that stuff. Like the contractors can you can send them home if you want to. Like if obviously there's not gonna be not much to do, but like as the employee, like you have to stay like in the area and stuff in case of an emergency or something, and you're like
Yeah,
a like emergency responders and shit.
yeah.
That's what
Oh, dang, dude.
that's what comes with the cost.
I think I'm gonna end it right here, B.
I go ahead, dude. It's
All
your
right.
show. You
Hey, well, hey man, thank you so much for joining. You already know fucking BMD never didn't show up. He didn't even reply to me or us. Bastard.
That's not good. No,
No, we know.
I like doing these kind of little podcasts, and chime in a little bit whenever I can, whenever I have the opportunity. So I'll keep coming back as long as you'll have me.
Hell yeah, man. It's always a pleasure. I like having people back, man. It's always gonna be a thing. And I will ask beforehand if you're interested in the topic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have another episode next week. Kind of have something planned, but I think I may postpone it. Not the episode. I'm still gonna have an episode next week, but I'm still flip flopping on what I want to do.
Topic or what? Oh, okay. No, that's cool.
But yeah, man. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go so I can say goodbye to everybody.
Dude, put some eye drops on those eyes, man.
I'm about to take these hoes off, man. I'm done with these. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go so you could hit the hay. It's already 11. God dang.
All right, dude. Take it
All
easy,
right,
bro.
man.
Later.
All right, guys. Let me enlarge this picture for a little bit so I can see myself a little better. Good episode with my buddy right here. Good friend of mine since we were like what 5, 6, but yeah. So we go way back. We're gonna have another buddy. Like I said, it's all right. We make it work. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. I know I had a great time. I laughed my butt off throughout the whole episode. We had a good time. We had a good topic, good conversation. Times really have changed for us, especially lifestyle is completely different from back in the day. And I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. It's crazy how things have changed from back then to now. What the things that we could have gone away with back then that we can't now. And it's insane. And I feel like we have to talk about it every so often just to remind ourselves how life was back in the day. But I constantly have to I need to get comfortable. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. It was a good episode. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Share this live with your friends, loved ones, hey, whoever it is. Just get my viewers up, all right? We're gonna 2024 is gonna be my year. My hat's all jacked up. Well, this episode's over anyways. Yeah, 2024 is gonna be a good year, not just for me, but for everybody. Let's go ahead and make things happen. No excuses. Let's manifest the best things in life, and we're gonna be pretty good. Well, thank you all for joining us, and I will see you on the next. I'm gonna play the intro song because for some reason my dumbass didn't do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Media. Media. Listen. Media, listen. Damn. Later, guys.